Yo, 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 what is up everybody? Today we are VOD reviewing Boxo IGL, and once again, this is a player that actually makes it to endgame pretty consistently. He doesn't die off spawn, has like one off spawn death, and maybe one early game death, but we're gonna see a lot of mistakes and a lot of different types of mistakes, and I'm gonna teach you everything I know. Like, there's a lot of lessons in this video, I think. So you guys will definitely enjoy this one. Okay, so this is game 1. He beamed that kid. Yeah, if you had a Void Mask right now, you could have chased him so much easier. Okay, so he goes far. You're still chasing. Let's see. He goes straight on his wall, so you're not putting any cones. So this guy could easily just box you in or anything, because he has healed up till like 145 HP, 142, right? You're full HP, but still. He has like all the options here. Okay, so it does box you, cone you, shoot you in the back, and you die. Yeah, I think you should have just approached the box a lot better. You could have either placed the cone here, so if he makes an edit or something, you can just edit your cone into a ramp, or did something completely else, but you just gave him all of the advantage right here at the start of the fight, and yeah, that's why he killed you. So even when you get a guy low, you still gotta play a little bit smart and approach the box in a proper way. Now this is game number 2. I see you make it all the way to the end game. Let's just skip to the end and see, you know, maybe you're making some mistakes here and there. Okay, right now, this is second moving, you have 78 builds, so I am going to skip back to see, you know, where the mistake is. I'm gonna skip to why you are messing up here. Because the lobby is not that stacked. You should be able to conserve a lot of mats. You have a Void Mask and everything. You should have more builds than this. I think you just didn't farm enough metal. Maybe you're just using metal too much. You know, like in these zones especially, there's no need to use metal yet. You can just save your metal for later. But yeah, that's your call. Like sometimes in trios, it's important to box up metal because there's triple sprays and everything. But now, you know, there's not really a reason. Not like you're in a high pressure situation here, you were chilling. Okay, so that guy got killed. You don't even look at it. There was a guy near it though, so you go. Rotate. Okay, nice pause rotate here. You could have sprayed that kid so easily. So these guys were spraying him. If you just pinch them from both angles, this guy's an easy kill. Okay, you do spray him now. But he's spraying back. He's actually jumping on you. I think that guy needs a refresh or something. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, you're using the Void Mask pretty good. Still boxing up metal. I guess in this situation, it's not too bad. This makes me feel like you are playing way too passive. Like, it seems like you're super scared. You know, like sitting under a cone like this. You only should really do that when you're... Okay, maybe you were looking down, I don't know. But you shouldn't be doing that. Like, I see a lot of beginner players, they sit under their ramp or something, or under their cone for extra protection. But you're in metal as well. There's no need to do so. Nice, these guys were fighting. There's some loot there. You can claim it easily. You can easily claim it if you just place a wall there. Then you have the piece. So if that guy runs there, you can just pump him or something. You leave it. You actually expand and leave completely. Okay. Yeah, that is probably a big mistake. Opportunity missed. Okay, nice. Double box in middle again. Like right here, you could still look for a refresh because, you know, starting the first moving zones or the moving zones with a little bit more mats is always better. And you have a lot of time. You can also look back for some kills. You know, you rotated pretty early. So in this zone, you can always go early or go late. It's kind of your call. You go early. Now you can hold kids. So you should be able to hold someone and spray him, or a couple of guys. Nice. Like, the closer they get, the more easy it is to get like an actual kill. But if you hold them for a while, you get them low and everything. That guy's being weird. Okay. Just use Void Mask again. Ooh, kid jumped in your box behind you. Yeah, your wall was a little bit weak there. Damn. Okay. Wow, you almost got bumped as well. Very scuffed. Okay. Chiller. Why do you rotate here? Because Zone pulled that way. Ah, that guy was chasing you. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, so you're boxed up in wood. Yeah, that's why like things like metal are so broken in these final zones. It's a lot easier to just heal up. If you do get front side, now you should just wait. Wait for your walls to get, you know, a little bit more HP before you start popping your heals. Otherwise, you just waste them, like you wasted a big for like 4 HP. Because especially when you're in wood, it's kind of hard to heal. Okay, now you're doing a medkit play. Already 10 players alive. You should move further. So I see a lot of players, they stay too far back in Storm. You know, sometimes you think, okay, I don't want to get seen by anyone or something, but eventually, like, Zone is gonna catch up on you, and then, you know, you're gonna get damaged more than you should. Luckily, a Void Mask, so you can just go in. Sometimes it's also worth saving, like, 1 medkit. If you have 3 medkits, just save 1, so you get inside Zone again, and then pop the final one, so you're full HP again. It's fine. Zone pulls 4, you have 4 builds, and now we're just waiting to die. 2 builds. Like when you're so low on builds, this is what everyone does basically. You just drop to low ground. You stay at the low ground and kind of at the backside of Storm, and you're trying to get some kills from behind. Like this guy is kind of low, for instance. That guy is kind of low. Everyone on low ground is kind of low. So if you can get 1 kill from behind, but right now you're just going up, and there's probably a high ground kid, of course, and he just kills you. Yeah, you never want to go too high if you have no builds. Just stay on low ground. I mean, that was to be expected. By the way, if you enjoyed this VOD review, then please comment WVODs in the comments, and also like and subscribe. This is game number 3. Wow, we have 4 splashes right now. I already skipped to the end of the game and I saw that you had very little heals. So I do wonder why you lose all of your splashes. Yeah, okay, so in this game, your early game didn't go too fantastic. You lost all of your shields. Now you're pretty scuffed, you know, like, it's 5th zone right now, and instead of looting some more, maybe you could have been at the bird or something, you're just boxed up at the center of the zone. You have like 160 HP, 1 big in your inventory. It's not the most ideal loadout before going into this end game. So you do have good mats at least. You got cap metal. Yeah, so you start this end game with having no bigs at all. No shields, only 2 medkits. So you're gonna have a hard game. Like, I consider this to be a moment you need to get a refresh, like, already. If you can look for a refresh, you should go for one. Once again, boxing up metal, using it early. I think that's part of your strategy. I think you're doing it intentional. Yeah, okay, you get hit. Now you're like 100 HP. Maybe it's even worth popping a med at this point. So a guy teleported right here, right? On top of you. You could look to disconnect him. So if there's like 1 extra build that is connecting this to your box, then you can just make sure to do it once again. So if you want to disconnect this guy, he's 1 HP as well. But if you want to disconnect him, you just gotta do like a top row edit here, or maybe a peanut butter, and then you gotta edit this floor into a 3-tile edit, also the cone. And then if you see there's only 1 extra wall connecting it, like you could see that before, then just edit that into a peanut butter or something, like a bottom peanut butter. Or you could have just sprayed him down or something, placed the cone in his box. Like, you could have at least looked for the guy. Like, you need a refresh now, but you're not even looking. Unless you actively look for a refresh, I basically consider this waiting to die. Okay, so that guy now is cracked. Okay, you did pop a mini. Any type of opportunity now is something you gotta take. So if anyone gets cracked near you, that guy was a little far away, but you could have still fought him. If you're not getting refreshes, you're just gonna, you know, die very soon. Okay, so you go very far, very deep into the storm. At least you have your medkits. Let's see. Okay, so you do spray guy. You hear him getting cracked. Now is the time to jump on him. Just void mask towards him. Make sure to build behind. Maybe get behind that guy so you make sure he gets focused from front side and you're back behind him, so you can easily get the kill. Yeah, now someone else jumps on it, of course. Okay, 70 builds. Yeah, so now you're kind of being, you know, out in the open too much, kind of messing up your mechanics. You should have just boxed up much quicker. Because right now you're sprinting. Why are you sprinting instead of building? This guy was there. You knew that there was a guy there. You could have just placed some stairs right here. Very easy. Get bumped a lot. Gotta make sure to build there. Damn. Well, that's some mechanical mistakes there. But yeah, you were waiting to die. You would have died anyways. Okay, so this is game number 4, and you die in a mid-game death. Someone tags you for 25. By the way, I think you should be able. You should carry minis instead of medkits. Or at least some other heals. Like the sprites are also pretty broken. I don't know why someone would carry medkits. I don't think it's the best strat. So you get hit twice there. The second shot was completely unnecessary. He showed you where he was. You could have just protected that angle. And now, yeah, you're kind of just hoping that you hold the wall. Unfortunately, you don't. He hits you. You're 5 HP now. And do you expand or... Let's see. Okay, you do expand, but now he just runs at you. Wow. So here, it's just like, you gotta be able to build a little bit, you know, like if someone is shooting you, you gotta make sure that you can just build in this direction, expand properly. So he's above you now. Now, you're completely looking the complete other way, you know, he is right here. And you're making your box this direction. Why not build walls like this? And then, yeah, the tree is kind of fucking you there. Trees are so annoying to fight with, so you should always just expand insta. If you're stuck on a tree. Yeah, and here, yeah, you were just hoping to get the wall. You should have just expanded. You have 120 builds, and instead of using your hard mats and everything, when you get low or just expanding when you get pushed, you just box up in wood and he's able to shoot you so much for free. He's not taking any damage because you're not really shooting him. And then here you just rush him. Okay, so this is game number 5. You get beamed mid-air a little bit. Once again, like you only have 3 bigs every game, and now you waste 2 bigs. You're not having enough shields in these games if you carry medkits. I definitely advise against it. Sure, medkits have their usefulness in some situations, but not good enough. Okay, so you mark. Okay, don't mark anything. Okay, you mark this. You get in at least. You go far, all the way at the edge of storm as well. It's pretty good. Just waiting for the void mask. I mean, if there's a void mask for so long, there's a big chance someone's not gonna use it, right? Now there's another one you could look at instead. Maybe some behind. Even if that guy teleports, he's just gonna build insta. You're gonna tag him for like maybe 50 or something. Okay, that kid died. That is your refresh, 100%. Like, you're the closest to this. There's not many players around, right? You're in a pretty isolated spot because, you know, you're where are you? Here. All of these kids are at the edge, and there's like a mountain that prevents everyone from seeing you. It's actually kind of free. Like, someone has got a TP on that, and it could have been you. And it would have been pretty safe. There's also some hard builds there. That's a refresh, bro. You desperately need. Need some shields? Nice, okay. Just make sure to invest some mats, not in wood. Like, you box up in metal and you use your wood here. This is the situation you gotta use metal. Because all of these builds are super weak. Now you gotta switch. Okay, you do switch to brick. Why don't you build there? You guys gotta start building more, bro. Okay, someone is pushing you. Just make sure that your builds are actually not getting sprayed out before you start popping. Now you're wasting all of your heals again. Same as the other game. And I don't know, I think the same happened. You probably started popping your medkit or something. Just got sprayed again. Like, you should be able to counter people spraying at you. Like, you shouldn't get beamed so hard every time you want to do something. You went over to this and you're unable to tarp. Someone is spraying a bit, you can't handle it. You go back, you can't handle it. Someone sprays you to 1 HP. People are spraying a little bit from beneath and everything. You gotta get used to these pressure situations. High pressure situations. Okay, so this is game number 6. I really think your loadout is, you know, hurting you a lot. Like, carrying bigs and medkits, it's just not enough. I don't know why you're not popping your big. Just saving it or something. That's actually smart. Like, if you get hit for 100 now, you can just use a medkit instead of your big. I mean, I don't know if that's your thought process, but... Okay, now you need to refresh your very scuffed 40 builds. Okay, you gotta look for a refresh, man. Like, just look back. You just got in a zone, right? There's gonna be some players, like these guys. Like, it doesn't have to be those guys. Maybe this guy that is super close. There could have been someone that rotated like this. Just gotta look for something, and especially back. Because those are often the freest kills. Now it pulls back, pulls far, and you tank early. I mean, this is what? Third moving. Like, if this was higher elo and was more stacked than this, you wouldn't have gotten any points this game. Oh, no way. Do you die like that in Storm? Yeah, you always go too far with the thing. Like, you can't go frontside with that thing when you're 1 HP. Well, GG. Something you gotta watch out for. Okay, this is game number 7. So in this game, I do see you carry blobs and minis, which is a lot better. I like it. Let's see. Second moving. Pulls that way. It's good that you mark it. That's a very good habit. Like, most people don't even mark it, and then they get lost in everything, and they don't know when they're inside zone. I think you use the kinetic blade, right? Yeah, okay. Like, the kinetic blade is interesting, but it has a big cooldown. Like, there's a big delay between using it and being able to place builds or something. So you go like this. Okay. I mean, that is a very good way to use it. That was a good rotate. I hope you're in. Yeah, okay, just about at the edge. Exactly on your marker as well. Yeah, you could disconnect this guy. Easily. Okay, you're waiting. Okay, so you wanted to wait till zone revealed and then just tank some shot, some white. Because you do have the blobs. Kid got killed you right beneath, right? So right here, Kid got killed. You could look for it. You know, if you just expand one towards where zone is expanding, then you can just open this up and start looking below to maybe get a free kill or something, or just a refresh. Another Kid got cracked. Like 60 builds, you should use your blob probably. Like, you have 150 HP, definitely worth. Okay, so now you haven't been doing anything. Okay, now you're kind of backside, right? I guess you can do it, but you're gonna tank even more ticks now. Trying to pick it up. That was not worth it. Like, yeah, you don't want to heal when you're backside. When you're backside, just say, okay, I gotta rotate frontside, and when you're frontside, then pop any heals. You realized a bit too late. Okay. Exposing yourself a little bit there. Okay. This is also risky. Like, you could have swerved in the air more this way. You know, like, you could have moved more this way so you landed like here and just fallen off the tree sooner. Because if height starts looking at you now, like, there's a very big delay, like a long time before you actually find some place to build. Could have gotten beamed hard there. Okay. 40 builds. Once again, like, there's no reason, like, height was right there. He could have shot you there, and then instead of building walls from here, like this, why don't you just build this wall first? Just build this wall first, and then either that way or that way. We just built this wall. Like, he was looking at you, right? You gotta see these things. This is actually how you should play in solos. Maybe that, yeah. That was a little bit of a misplay, but I mean, like, getting frontside, using your mobility items, trying to get tagged as little as possible. You're doing a pretty decent job, like, conserving all of your mats like this, you know? If you save all of your mats, you don't need any refreshes. There's some loot there, nice. Okay, I don't know what happened here exactly. I think he just ran out and there was a guy there. He bumped you. Well, that's a GG. Yeah, so for a higher elo, eventually you're gonna need a lot more refreshes. But for now this is a good strat, I think. Okay, this is game number 9. Kinetic blade or katana. Okay, so you do decide to get a katana. 6 minis, 2 medkits again. I don't know. Ooh, a little bit risky. Yeah, you get beamed hard. Yeah, you don't really want to pad this season. Like, if you're in the air, you're just gonna get beamed hard. Like the hollow ARs, very broken. It is good that you boxed up metal now, because you know when you're low, you should use hard mats to heal. That once again, like you keep doing that, popping medkits or heals right as an opponent is spraying or something, and then you just waste that heal, right? He has a complete right and peek. You should have expanded way sooner. Then you could have had like a, I don't know, if you just went this way, for instance, you could have had a right and peek if you went in here. You do expand. It's good that you placed a cone in your box. If you didn't place a cone in your box, it would have been very, very difficult. Now, you shoot him, you hit him. Let's see. Turn on these nameplates. Keeps turning it off automatically. Don't know why. Now once again, I would just, you know, if you have hearts right now, just use them. But yeah, you're just healing again for 10 HP now. That medkit. Okay, now is a good time to heal, eh? Just gotta recognize when you can heal. Yeah, in hard mats. Wow, you used that medkit as well. I don't know if you know this, if you get that you're wasting all of your heals. Yeah. You wasted like 3 medkits. Okay, 2 medkits, I guess. Seems like 3. Now you are very scuffed. So all of this started when you just padded, and when you didn't have like bigs or something. Or like the sprites. So now you try jumping on this guy. This is the same as you did in the first game. I don't know why you're just approaching walls with like straight like this. Like either stay on the side, you know, you gotta learn some basic wall approaches. You know, place a wall here so this guy doesn't piece control you from the side. And then maybe place a wall here as well, cone here, and then just smack this wall or something. But now you're wasting all of your AR ammo as well. I don't know how much you have left. But if you don't have any AR ammo left, you can't even use that to, you know, break out the stair right here, replace it with a cone, that kind of stuff. So here, just place a cone beneath you. Okay, now you approach it a bit better, you know. There's at least some pieces he cannot claim. Yeah, okay, so he edited it. That's something you can't expect, right? Now you just gotta either place a cone in a wall. Okay, you only place a wall. Yeah. If you placed a cone as well, then this would have been a different story. But now you hit him for 100. You could have hit him for 100 and also had the cone there. Then it would have been game over. Now he has time to heal. You gotta pressure him correctly. He takes 1 mini. Someone else kills him, okay. Now there's no cones in the boxes. And you just decide to dip. Ooh, that guy is white. Come on. Now once again, you're smacking the wall without any any cone here or any type of, you know, safety precautions. I don't even know how to explain it, but if this guy edits like a window peek, I don't think you're ready for it. If he just doesn't edit, he could have just shot you there and killed you. Only 100 HP. Once again, he just does a simple right and peek. If you don't have any pieces claimed, then yeah, well, he kills you. Because you're too focused on that, your own approach, just like the other guy from the VOD review. If you're too focused on yourself and your own plan, you don't recognize what the opponent is doing. Fortnite fighting is a lot about reading the opponent, to be honest. Ooh, very scuffed at this moment. This is game number 10. Let's see what happens. 23 builds, 67 builds. Let's actually check. Okay, let's see. Because I do wonder if you queued last moment. That is also something you gotta learn, like when to queue. Sometimes I still mess that up. Like if you queue at the wrong time. Is this your final game? Yeah. Okay. So you see like 25 minutes this game, and the game ended. Okay, you can't see this. It's way too small here. So 25 minutes. The game lasted 25 minutes, and it ended at 10:20. So that means like 5 minutes before the tournament ended, you went into your last game, and those games are always kind of stacked, like way more stacked. So this is your most stacked game so far. Like you haven't been in that high elo the whole tournament. You know, decent elo, mid elo maybe, but not high elo. But this is, you know, a very stacked game because everyone thinks, okay, if I win this game, I can maybe qual. Unfortunately, it doesn't really show the points of the players. Okay, yeah, well. 240 points. So if this guy quals, like wins the game, for instance, he quals, right? So all of these players are trying to win the game. So it's a lot more stacked. Like the best times to queue is probably like 20 to 15 minutes before the tournament ends. I saw later on in the game you lost a lot of your mats. So let's see what happened. 100 builds at that point. Not that great either. I think you just didn't farm metal this game. Dancing. I mean, the mid game should be kind of boring, but if you're not fully stacked, like you keep having like one big or something, and you're not trying to find extra loot, extra bigs or something. You're carrying medkits and bigs, and eventually you run out of shields so quick. Now this game you also didn't farm too much metal, so you're running out of mats as well. That is your final big gone. If you just had some shields, bro. I don't know who told you to carry medkits every game. Oh wow. Okay, so you box up metal here. You gotta think about this. Okay, you have like 400 mats, 300 now. You gotta think about, okay, do I really want to spend all of my metal right here on a mountain that isn't even in zone? Or should I just wait and use it later? I think you're being way too safe for this final game. So a lot of players, you know, they think, okay, if I win this game, I will qual for the solo cash cup, right? Top 600. And then what they do is they play way too passively. And I think that's what we're gonna see here. I think you played too passively throughout this whole tourney, but especially in this game, like, what are you doing at this point? You know, like, you either get a refresh early now, or you waste this entire game. You know, getting 0 points, or maybe 10 to 20 points. You know, but not qual. You gotta get something now. And kind of force it as well. Okay, so that kid, you cracked him. Maybe you wanted to go for him, but you got shot at. The fact that you didn't loot enough in the mid game, or the fact that you have medkits, it's starting to affect the end game as well. So if you don't have a good mid game plan or a loadout or whatever, then the end game is going to be harder as well. You need a refresh. Is that not a refresh right there? Or am I seeing it wrong? Some minis, I guess. I don't know if you saw that. Seems not. I think you just want to, yeah, you want to avoid. That's fine. Okay. Okay, now look for a refresh. Like, all of these guys right now are going to box up like near you, somewhere around you, right? This guy, his wall is kind of weak. Some guys, you know, they might not pay too much attention. This guy is in the open still. Look at him, look at him. If you just looked here and you saw this guy, you could have pumped him for free, you know? Like, sometimes there's gonna be little opportunities in this situation where you can just get a refresh. You gotta look for something. Gotta look for it actively. Above you. Like, are these not your builds? I don't know what's happening. That guy opened his wall. And these are things you can see from this POV. Like, it's not like I'm seeing things because I'm in replays. I'm looking from your POV. I guess I can see them through the builds, but other than that, I still hear them like, you know, editing, seeing them edit. 6 builds. Yeah, now you just waited to die. Now your only last hope is to get a refresh on the rotate of someone moving. You're probably, yeah, you're just gonna medkit play. Wow, okay. Kind of what happened in a lot of these games. I don't know how you got a little bit of whites there. I think, did you get a kill? You're getting siphoned, you see that? Maybe there was a, there was a sprite there. Okay, yeah, this kid chops you. Hiding, waiting to die, yeah, well, GG. Let's think. So in a lot of these games, you do make it somewhere till the end game. You're pretty good at surviving, but you're not getting any top 5s basically. Like you have a top 6 here, top 8 here. All of these games are either, you know, top 20s or top 10s maybe. And the reason for that is, what I think is, you know, you're making a lot of, you know, you're making a lot of different mistakes. So I think one of the main things you gotta do is just grind a lot of scrims. If you grind a lot of scrims, you're gonna fix most of these mistakes automatically. And when you try to play scrims, make sure that you actually try to win a game. So go for the win, like first place. You're not gonna get a first place by camping the way you did in this final game. That's how you get like a 21st place in high elo, that's what I said. If you don't get any refreshes, like, of course, you're gonna get an 11th place in a super easy lobby or something, but in high elo, you're just gonna get like no points basically. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this VOD review, and I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Peace!